A ghost story. This was my experience as a child. I'm sharing you my story to open up your boundaries to understand to what we call the other dimension of paranormal phenomena. Do you believe in ghosts? Do you believe in poltergeists? Or seen a thing just move one in front of you? Well, feast your eyes if you have seen it. Do you believe in third eye vision? How do you possess them or obtain the such one? They also said that human spirit can leave his body and then return just like that. Well, you might say, get out, or oh yeah, I've seen one too. All of these questions have a profound or a sensible answer that might discuss arguments from generation to generation. When we say sensible, of course, is another term for being reasonable, because it's hard to find an answer without having hard evidence. We watch movies of this kind, but the question is, do they really exist? What I'm going to share to you is a story that I have been disturbed since I was 7 years younger. I wish I never had, but I take it back on second thought, because it opened my mind into another realm that everyone else is denying their existence. When we say ghost or spirit, it's only the loneliness that we feel. We feel for their presence, we cry for them. We are too grievous for their loss, and that loneliness sometimes creates an image that looks exactly the same like them from a distance, because we miss them so much. My story unraveled in a cemetery. My family and I attended the funeral of a relative. After the interment, of course, literally, people would go to the house of the bereaved family, having some snacks or dinner while talking, chatting, something that might reminisce the past. Very tough, huh? Can you imagine the emotions? Some are funny and some are sensitive. Well, me and my cousin, while strolling down the aisle or pathway going home, just a distance from the relative's grave, my cousin and I sometimes have this weird thinking of being an adventurous. As I remembered, the fence from that cemetery has a broken portion that might crack the edge of the tomb. We took a peek inside and we saw a skeleton. And of course, as young as I am, we do not know the limitations, how far our imaginations can go. Without feeling any of being scared or spooked, I took out the skull, put the skull into my right wrist and the hole to the part of the throat, hide it under my shirt, and headed home while my cousin and I were sleeping, thinking something prank joke that might scare them. At home, at the living room, where all are rested, I took the skull out from my shirt and yelled, "Who wants to have a dachshund with me?" All of a sudden, they all screaming, shouting, "Get the thing out of your head, you don't know what it costs you for that." The soul of the dead you just disturbed might turn back on you. You don't know the consequences of what you have done. You might lose your sanity. Put it back to where you got it. I was really scared at that time. Took out the skull from my wrist and threw it in front of them. They all screaming again, "Captured!" Someone said, "Don't let a single piece of that bone drop into the floor, or else the soul of the head belongs to might come back here, manifest itself, and haunt you." After hearing those words, I felt like no longer able to mentally function. I stood there in that place, my body's shaking, don't know what to do, and I became too scared. My father, who is now deceased, may our Almighty Father rest his soul, asked my cousin to return back the skull where I took it. But I really don't know if my cousin really put back the head of the dead man from the grave where I took it. Now here comes the interesting part. That night at 10 o'clock, where everybody sleeps, and at the second floor of a house, close to the stairs, my brothers used to sleep in the foyer using a hand-woven mat. Of course, you can hear the cackling of the rooster. But instead of hearing the crows, you know what I heard? Oh yeah, you might not believe. Every time the chicken cackles, a deep set acid voice, in a long suffering calling out my name. At first, I ignored it, down to myself, not real. Maybe I was tired, got a long day and just imagining things. But the crows goes and goes. As I go back to sleep, I saw a smoke coming out from my foot. There is a figure of an old man looking at me. He stood for a second and then he laid onto me, his head on my stomach. He raised his left arm and started scratching my left foot. I screamed saying, "There's someone touching my foot." That morning, all day, the man that I saw never left my side. Since then, I never stopped seeing things. During All Souls Day, we all went to the cemetery to pray for our loved ones. You know, since the first day I had glimpsed on that tomb, and up to now, this is still the same as it was. It's like no one is visiting the grave, not even a drop of candle that I saw. I lit a candle, put it there. I was praying to take it off from me what it has given. I say no. I give my thanks to the one I disturbed who's been resting in there for over a year. I see things that not everyone could see. I thank the Spirit who opened up my visions to understand things how they were should be. I prayed for the soul to be rested in our Creator's hand and never felt the soul's presence again. What I have, I considered it a blessing. It's unexplainable, but it's the truth. That you and I know that they are this who lives amongst us, walk with us, who needs for our prayers so that they may take the next step and follow the light and take the bridge to the afterlife.